So I want to kind of look towards the future. Where do you see the future of Skypan? Where do you see the future of the unmanned industry?
That's a good question. And in fact, I made a list here because I was thinking about it while I was driving in today, because it seems almost like weekly I hear about a new utilization of drone services. And it's continuously evolving, as you said.
Right.
So I was picking my brain to figure out not just how it's being used that I'm aware of, but how it's going to be used even more in the future, and not just by the operators themselves, but by all the ancillary industries affected by drone data collection.
Right.
For example, the sensor technology industry is huge, and sensors just keep getting better and wider and deeper. There's real ingenuity going on in terms of applications. There's forestry management, which is growing, oceanic uses. I heard years ago where they had issues with trying to capture spray from whales, and they were using long poles off of boats, which was very dangerous because the boats would get hit by the whales when they were testing their spray to see if they were sick. Now they're using drones to collect whale spray, and it's much more effective. There's, of course, all the well-known applications like rural road evaluations. There's zoning items. There's tremendous tower inspection activities going on because of cell towers and other things that can be inspected. Building towers, electrical line towers. Inspection is probably the #1 growth industry between agriculture and I would say the energy industry. Inspection analysis is huge. And of course, that's going to affect, as I mentioned earlier, data collection and the engineering analysis and all the other companies that profit from gathering that information. And then on top of that, within the engineering area, you've got coding and programming and what to do with all the information that's being collected for inspection. And that's going to grow and expand and change as well. Right.
And how do you see Skypan fitting into this future? Where do you see the future of Skypan?
Well, although our focus is on aerial view studies and producing basically still 360 interactive panoramics for the building industry, we have been involved in video productions in industry and in construction, and I think that we'll continue to work from our basis of aerial views, but also expand more into images needed for rendering and context photos of real estate, as well as undeveloped land projects. And I don't know, I'm wide open at this point to kind of be directed.
Well, the industry is so dynamic, and as you said, it changes nearly on a day-to-day basis. You read something that comes off of one of the news feeds, and you're like, wow, that's happening. And of course, everybody's talking about drone delivery, which isn't a reality yet, but once we get beyond line of sight and all the control mechanisms and privacy issues, once we figure that out, then we'll be having, 30-minute drone delivery.
Yes, Skypan was part of the UAS coalition that started in late 14 to lobby Congress, Capitol Hill, and Skypan was partnering with little names like Amazon and Google at that time, and we were visiting congressmen and senators to discuss the beginnings of that phase. And I very much believe that limited type of deliveries are going to be upon us very soon.
I am looking forward to it. It's an interesting future and a really exciting time that we're going through, and we're part of moving that ball forward and moving into that future.
I've noticed recently that news shows are employing drones as well and having their own little daily drone coverage of certain activities or things happening in the communities.
Right.
And I think that's wonderful to see it being integrated into regular news, and it's creative.